Well, today's Lehigh 30 video builds on two previous ones I've done. One theme was last week was on the road, and that talked about our first project out of Western New York. Today's is going to talk about our most interesting project out of Western New York. However, similar to a previous video, I can't be very specific about it, and you won't go to our website or any of our promotional information and find anything about this particular project because there was a certain level of secrecy associated with it. We have a relationship with a large national contractor who calls on us quite frequently for projects in the upstate New York region, and because those projects have generally been pretty successful for us and we have a great relationship with this company, we kind of have a sort of a standing order within the office that when this particular company calls and says, "Are you interested in?" you just say yes before they even finish. So one day, one of our project managers came in and said, "I got a call from the company, actually one of their office down in Dallas, and the guy called and he says, was wondering if we might be able to fix and do some repairs on a dock somewhere in a lake up in upstate New York, up in kind of the Adirondack region." And he explained it might be just somebody's private residence, and I said, "Pat, just say yes. Whatever it is, we'll be able to take care of it." So in anticipation of that, I talked to a friend of mine who I knew had a camp up in that area and said, "Hey, if we need to get some work done on some dock at a camp on a lake, you got any contacts up there that could help us out?" He says, "Sure, Dave, just give me a call, we'll take care of it." So a little while later, we get another call saying, "Well, it's not really a dock. It might be more of like a little bridge thing up there. Whatever, we'll find a way to do it." So progresses a little further, and we get these drawings on this bridge, but it's not really very definitive on where the location of the project is, but they want us to do a budget on it. And this isn't really a wooden bridge or anything. This is concrete and precast, and so we just put a number together, and it doesn't turn out to be a little repair. It ends up being a multi-million-dollar type of project. But all we know is it's up in kind of the Lake Ontario, St. Lawrence Seaway area of northern New York. So we've got this budget, and they finally get a little more specific about where it is, and had a couple guys in the office working on it. And I remember one Sunday morning sitting having a cup of coffee at my kitchen table with my laptop open, and decided to just enter the address of this particular project into Google Earth. And I remember sitting there, and as you hit the button and it zooms in, it starts zooming and zooming and zooming, and as it gets to the location, it's an island in the middle of Lake Ontario. And as it turns out, it was about a 7-mile boat ride from the mainland. So my first reaction is, oh my God, we budgeted this job. It's in the middle of Lake Ontario. We're, you know what, we're in trouble. So I emailed the guys in the office that had worked on it, and I said, "Do you have any idea where this project is located?" And this island, this blank island, is really an island. It's not just the name of a town somewhere. It's actually an island in the middle of Lake Ontario. Well, they didn't, but somehow we put together a robust enough budget that when we really sat down and figured out what it was going to take to hire a barge, to move major equipment out there, cranes, backhoes, out to the middle of this island in Lake Ontario, it worked out for us and became one of the most interesting projects that we've ever been involved with. But because it was a corporate retreat for a large multinational company, and they fly people in and out to this, when we agreed to do the project, we were told that we could not promote it at all because they like to kind of keep this private retreat where they bring their customers in kind of quiet. So you won't find out about this project on our website. You won't see it in any of our promotional information, but Rich Potter, our superintendent and longtime Lehigh employee, pushing 30 years himself, who's done scores of projects for us, said it was probably the most interesting job that we did. We worked there for a full summer and then went back the following summer to do some more remedial work there. And coincidentally, we're just back out at the island earlier this week to do a little bit more repairs. So the island and the lake certainly qualifies as the most interesting out-of-town project that Lehigh has ever been involved in.